having a great season. He'll face Scott Plaza here, who's in his 7th appearance of the year. They've all been starts for him. He has one complete game, 35 innings of pitching. He's given up 17 walks and 26 strikeouts, and that's a good ratio there. 4.33 earned run average for Scott as he comes to the plate against Garcia, hitting first here in the bottom of the first, and that first pitch is a ball. It's 1-0. On deck, Odemar Valdez, and he'll be followed by Wes Wallace. That pitch outside. The rest of the Diamond lineup has Vinny Galletti hitting cleanup at first base. B.J. Gwynn, the newest addition to the Diamonds roster, will be hitting DH in 5th. J.Q. Calderon will be at 6th. The 2-0 pitch is ball 3. And now it's a strike. It's 2-1, and that's better than 3-0 for old Scott Plaza. Javier Marticaron will battle 7th. Bautista is now playing third base and will bat 8th, and Alex McKeon is behind the plate. The 2-1 pitch. Strike 2. It's 2-2. For Sonoma defensively across the outfield, it's Metzger, Hibbert, and Matt Lococo is in right field tonight. The 2-2 pitch is strike 3 called, and Jose Garcia will take a seat. Valdez will come up here with nobody on and 1 out. Across the infield, it is Marl Laura, who made a good play on that final out last night in a pressure-packed situation. Mayadora is a shortstop, Yasuda at second base, and Scott David is the first baseman. Isaac Weinrich behind the plate, and Scott Plaza on the mound. Valdez comes up here hitting .290. And he hits this one to center field and deep, and back goes Hibbert. Hibbert still going back, but makes the catch. And that's out number 2. Wes Wallace will come to the plate. Wallace hitting .339 on the season, right behind Vinny Galletti in the leadership for the batting title in this first half. He has 8 home runs. He has 30 RBIs. 2 of those home runs came on Sunday. The first pitch to Wallace with 2 down and nobody on, and it's outside for a ball. It's 1-0. Plaza winds and delivers the 1-0 pitch. Ball 2, 2-0. They're not walking him so they can get to Galletti. We know that. So we'll just assume the Plaza's missing where he wants to throw the ball. The 2-0 pitch to Wes Wallace is a strike, and it's 2-1. Two balls, 1 strike. The 2-1 pitch. Strike 2. 2-2. Two and two from Plaza. Wallace watches it go way outside. So it's a full count now, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Right-hander against right-hander here in the bottom of the first with nobody on. 2 outs. The 3-2 pitch. Swung on him. Missed strike 3. So 2 of the Diamonds go down striking out here in the first inning. They get nobody aboard. At the end of 1, it's 0-0. So far, been keeping pace with Travis Blackley, who's having an outstanding night. He hasn't allowed a base runner either. He's coming up here in the bottom of the second to face Vinny Galletti. The newest Diamond, B.J. Gwynn, in the on-deck circle. We'll get a chance to see him, although he was here last year. People, you are maybe more familiar with him than I am. And J.Q. Calderon will be the third hitter in this inning. Galletti steps in here, and he is having his usual spectacular numbers at top of the league leaders for hitting. He first pitch is a strike, even though it bounces off Weinrich and comes out of the back to the backstop. Galletti hitting .421 as he steps in here. Plaza winds and delivers. Ball, and it's 1-1. Last week, Plaza got the loss in his pitch against the Diamonds. His game against the Diamonds, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 3 runs, 2 were earned. He struck out 9 in those 5 innings and gave up 4 walks. That pitch is a ball, and it's 2-1 to Galletti. We are still looking for the first base runner in this baseball game. Galletti hits this one foul, and it's going to be an even count now with 2 balls and 2 strikes. Galletti leading the league in hitting, and runs batted in. And we had a chance to speak with him before today's game, talking about his goals. And he says, I'm here to do what everybody else is here to do, and that's try to get myself to the major leagues. So he's working on that, and he certainly has a good start. And to some surprise, that, to me anyway, that no one has tried to pick him up from a affiliated squad. But he just continues to hit the ball where they aren't. It's an amazing knack of his. This pitch is fouled away, and count stays 2-2. I asked him about that. I asked him if it was something he thought about mentally as he was at the plate, or did it just happen? He says it just happens. And because he'll hit the ball hard a lot, but sometimes he hits a looper or a little ground ball almost in the exact spot that it has to be to become a hit. Here's a pitch, fouled at the plate, and it stays at 2-2. So Galletti and Plaza are having a little battle here. 3 foul balls in a row by Galletti with the count 2-2. Plaza comes to the plate, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Swung on and fouled away, and it stays at 2-2. Galletti trying to get the pitch he wants to hit. May have had a couple of those and not gotten them quite as good as he would like to have gotten them. But also at the same time, you see a ball you don't want to hit, but you can't let it go by because it's too close to the strike zone. You have to take a whack at it and maybe foul it off intentionally if you can. The 2-2 pitch bounces up there, so now the count is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. They play Galletti. They shift for Galletti. There's not a lot of shifting in the Pacific Association, but for Galletti, there's a shift, and there's the shortstop almost over to second base. The right fielder goes over a little bit to the right. This pitch, Galletti fouled back. The battle continues. The ball hit the backstop, bounded all the way back near the plate, and almost hit Galletti as it came back. It was not traveling incredibly fast at that point, but still not what you want to have happen. Plaza goes back to the mound. He's got a new ball. It's 3 balls and 2 strikes. And he has thrown a lot of pitches here to Vinny Galletti. It's got to be 10 at least at this point. 9. Okay. This will be number 10. Swung on, and Galletti hits this one high into left field. And the left fielder, Metzger, comes over, and he makes the catch. So that long battle is won by Plaza eventually. He gets Galletti out on a high fly ball to left field, and Bobby Metzger made a fine play. And here we go. Designated hitter B.J. Gwynn with his welcome back at bat here in the bottom of the second with nobody on and 1 out. Gwynn here last year went to the American Association beginning of the season, now is back. Hitting almost 400 last year as he was playing with the Diamonds. This first pitch to him is a strike, and it's 0-1. No balls and a strike. The pitch to Gwynn, he checks his swing and takes a ball, and it's 1-1. Left-handed batter against the right-hander on the mound, Scott Plaza. The pitch from Plaza, and he hits this one to the right side, and it's going to be deep, and it's going to go in between them all the way to the wall. Gwynn around first and on his way to second. The throw is picked up. The ball is picked up in right field by Lococo and thrown in, and that'll be a stand-up double for B.J. Gwynn, and welcome back to Pittsburgh.
Now batting the right fielder, number 34, Jacob Calderon.
He's out there standing on second base now. B.J. Gwynn with his diamond double. He had some comment from the bullpen. He turned to give him a big smile on his face and a wave hello. J.Q. Calderon steps in here. Runner at second, the first base runner of this baseball game. Calderon, big man at the plate. Plaza looks back at Quinn. The pitch to Calderon is a slow curve. It's a strike, 0-1. Calderon hitting .327 as he stands in here. 3 home runs, 13 RBIs. Oh, 1 count. The 0-1 pitch. That is low for a ball. It gets away from Weinrich, but he's able to pick it up, and he does not give Gwynn a chance to advance on that. We talked to Calderon before the game, too. He, of course, recently took a week off. His father died, and he went home for the services and to see his family. He says his goal now in the future life is to work to make people more aware of Alzheimer's disease and its impacts. Ground ball right up the middle, stopped by the shortstop and thrown out is Calderon. Going to third on the play is Quinn, and that was a good play by Mayadora, who had to wait to see the ball when Quinn finally got out of the way. But he did not go to third. He went to first. The rule usually is you have to hit it to the right side to advance the runner when they're at second, but that was to the left side. So now with 2 down, Marty Carreno will come to the plate. Runner at third, 2 down. That sounds like the World Baseball Classic Finals against Puerto Rico. That pitch is a ball. No, it's a strike. It's 0-1. I mean, that game had more Latin music and fun than any game I'd ever seen. The Americans won it, though. First time ever. Here's the pitch. It's a strike, and it's 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes to Marty Carreno. Up here with a runner at third. B.J. Quinn, he's trying to bring in the first diamond run of the series. Shoot. Oh-2 pitch. Outside. Hits Weinrich in the chest protector, and he keeps it from going to the backstop, and that will keep Quinn from going to the plate. So he's still at third. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Marty Carreno steps back in. A 1-2 count. He came up here hitting .287 on the season with 2 home runs and 18 RBIs. That pitch is out. That's strike 3 called. Wow, strike 3 called. Okay. That's the end of this inning. No runs, 1 hit. 1 runner left on base, and at the end of 2, the score 0-0. One run with the bases were loaded, nobody out. Here's the first pitch about Bautista. Leads off the first of the third, and it's a strike 1. So, bases loaded, nobody out. The Diamonds ended up getting a double play, giving up the run to get the second out, and then a ground out. And the third inning became the third out and ended that threat. But 1-0 is a score that no Diamond fan today wants to see last too long. It lasted for 9 innings last night and ended up the final score, 1-0 Sonoma. And now Pittsburgh is playing with its backs to the wall. The pitch to Bautista is taken for a strike, and it's 1-2. On deck, Alex McKeon. Bautista was up last night with 2 outs and runners at second and third in the bottom of the ninth. And this pitch is bounded much like that one. It's much deeper. Moralora goes back to get the high bounce, and he throws it high. And Bautista will go under the throw and will be safe at first base, and I think that'll be an error on the third baseman. But it might be a single. But he'll get a single. He was there when the throw got there. That was way high. David had no chance to catch that ball. It hit the screen and did not go very far away, so there was no chance to get a runner to second base. And so now McKeon will step in here with the Diamonds have a runner at first. Bottom of the third inning. McKeon with nobody out. 1-0 Sonoma. The first pitch is a strike. It's 0-1. No balls and 2 strikes. And no balls and 1 strike to McKeon, the catcher for the Diamonds. We have said before, that pitch to him, he plays a very physical catcher. I mean, it's a physical position. I think he may hit the ball off him. Even when he's not catching, he gets hit by the ball. It's not funny, but boy, Alex McKeon, he is the human backstop sometimes. The ball hits his chest, his legs, just several times. The game has to just take a moment to give McKeon a chance to recover. But he hops back in there, and nothing seems to keep him down. No balls and 2 strikes, and that pitch is high and inside for a ball. It's 1-2, and he had to lean out of the way of that one. Both teams with 2 hits. The Stompers with a run. Swing and a foul tip. Did he catch it? No, he did not catch it. And so McKeon is alive at the plate, and the count stays at 1-2. Runner at first, Bautista with his lead. He has not gotten much attention from Scott Plaza. He's got a big lead, too. He's a bigger lead than most. Here's the pitch. McKeon hits this, and he lines it to the right side. It's going to go foul, and it's going to fall safely by the bullpen. It looked at first like it might stay up long enough to give Lococo a chance to make a play, but he could not get over there. The ball continued to slice away, and it was eventually hit the fence. 1 ball and 2 strikes now to McKeon. The 1-2 pitch. That was, I don't. There are lots of people yelling out there. I don't know what exactly their advice they were giving though. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Lots of advice. You get a lot of advice at baseball games if you're an umpire. The 2-2 count. The 2-2 pitch bounces up there, and it's 3-2. Weinrich able to keep it in front of him, and so Bautista is still at first base. There's nobody out. The Diamonds with a base runner. Now Plaza with the ball behind his back. Looks over at first, throws to first, and Bautista back in. A full count to McKeon, and I think he's thought, well, Bautista might run with the pitch, as teams often do, trying to stay out of a double play at second base. Sometimes they run themselves into a double play if the pitcher swings and misses. 3-2 count. There goes Bautista. This pitch is hit to the left side, and it's foul. The count stays at 3-2. McKeon comes in here. Hitting .214 on the ear. He's got a runner at first, 3-2 count. The 3-2 pitch, he hits it right back up the middle, and it's going to be picked up. No, it goes right by Yasuda into center field, and Bautista goes on to third. It looked like Yasuda running over because Bautista was on his way to second would be able to make that play. He made a sliding attempt to catch it, and it got under his glove and on into center field. A base hit. And now they're runners at the corners with nobody out. And the top of the order is coming up.
Now batting shortstop, number 1, Jose Garcia.
Jose Garcia will step to the plate here with 2 on and no out. Bottom of the third inning. 1-0 Sonoma. Plaza, and a jam for the first time in this game. Comes to the plate high, pitches over Garcia's head. It's 1-0. Bautista at third, McKeon at first. The pitch, and Garcia hits this one high and pops it up on the infield, and I call it infield fly rule, and Scott David makes the catch. Infield fly rule called because there were 2 runners on there, and they were not going to. That means they cannot, if they drop the ball, it's still an out. The batters are automatically out, so that they can't drop the ball and then get a double play while people are sticking around in case it gets caught. So that is it for Garcia, who sits down, but Odomar Valdez will come up here with runners at first and third. Valdez at the plate, a switch hitter. He will hit left against the right-hander Plaza. And Plaza comes in, and the pitch is low. For a ball, it's 1-0. Wes Wallace on deck. 1 out. The Stompers, of course, looking for a double play. They play a very shallow second base there Yasuda's playing. If that's supposed to be double play depth, it's almost halfway. I mean, maybe they think they're going to make a play at the plate. Bautista was lead at third. Here's the pitch, and Valdez hits this one down the left field line. It's going to be trouble if it stays fair, and it's fair. In comes Bautista to score. On his way to third is McKeon, just picking up the ball now in left field is Metzger, and on with a double, and center base is Omar Valdez, and he has the Diamonds' first RBI of this series. a curving line drive down the left field line that nobody could get, and the only hope that the Stompers had was that it might fall foul, but it just barely landed inside the foul line, and that was a fair ball, and Valdez on his second with a stand-up double. Runners at second and third now, and one out, and here is Wes Wallace. The first pitch to Wallace is outside for a ball, and it's 1-0. The Diamonds have broken through. They had just suffered through 11 straight scoreless innings. 1-1 the score here in the bottom of the third. The pitch to Wallace, and he hits this one high to right center field. Will it be deep enough to score? McKeon coming in the left right fielder. Lococo makes the catch. McKeon is on his way to the plate. He stops. The throw comes in offline, and a good question about whether McKeon would have been able to score, or would he just had a total head-on collision with Weinrich, with the catcher, who had to come up the third base line to catch that ball. McKeon tagged and then started towards the plate, and he drew the throw from Lococo, but Lococo's throw was up towards third base. It could have been a horrible head-on collision. It could have been a chance to score, but we'll never know. Vinny Galletti will step in here with runners at second and third now, and two outs. The pitch to Galletti. High and inside. It's a ball, 1-0. On deck, B.J. Gwynn, who was the newest Diamond and came in here and said hello to everybody with a double in the second inning. One-0 count to Galletti. The 1-0 pitch. That's outside for a ball, and it's 2-0. And so he got a high and inside pitch and then a pitch way off the plate. It would make you think that they don't really want to give him anything to hit, but we'll see what they do here. 2 balls and no strikes. Tie ball game. 1-1, bottom of the third. But the Diamonds have runners at second and third. The pitch to Galletti is swung on and fouled out of play. 2 balls and 1 strike. At third base, McKeon, he is not the fastest guy on the team, which is one reason he tagged and held up, which was a smart move. At second base, Valdez, he might be the fastest guy on the team. It's funny when you get some of those plays with that situation where the guy behind the first runner is almost scoring at the same time. Look back at second. The pitch to Galletti is swung on. This one is hit down the left field line, and this one is going to be foul. Everyone can agree on that. It went out of the park, though. It went out of the park over the left field fence, but it was foul. Count now goes even to Galletti. 2 balls and 2 strikes. So he has had pitches to hit, he felt, and knocked 2 of them foul. So Plaza can be expected to be challenging Galletti here on 2-2. The 2-2 pitch is high, but it's fouled back, and its count again is 2-2. There's a good shot of Galletti getting his batting helmet on and his batting gloves organized. You know, each swing of the bat is kind of an exercise in motion and conflict in your body and all that kind of stuff, and everything that you had set just before the last swing is kind of out of kilter, and it needs to be put back in place. 2-2 count. Galletti takes this pitch and fouls it back, and the count stays at 2-2. And as I recall, in the first inning, Galletti and Plaza had a battle. Galletti in his first, that was in the second inning, and he flew out to left field his first time up. Galletti back in the bottom box, 2-2 count, 2 on second and third. There are 2 outs here, a 1-1 ball game. Diamonds have 1 run in this inning. As the pitch to Galletti is high for a ball, full count now to Galletti. It's been a Stomper scored in the top of the third inning here. They scored on what was called a home run and later changed to a foul ball, but they worked more people on base and got a run on a double play. This pitch to Galletti is swung on and missed. Strike 3, but the Diamonds get a run On 3 hits, they leave 2 runners on. And at the end of 3, the score, Stompers 1, Diamonds 1.
Baseball diamond happened by accident. Takes, among other things, a lot of water. That's where the good people at Delta Diablo come in. Now, Delta Diablo, they are transforming wastewater into resources, allowing us to reuse water for landscaping and other needs. This keeps more of this precious resource available for all. Find out how you can help at deltadiablo.org. Proudly serving the communities of Antioch, Bay Point, and Pittsburgh.
We're ready to go here in the 4th inning, the bottom of the 4th inning. It's a 1-1 ball game. The Diamonds will send to the plate B.J. Gwynn, J.Q. Calderon, and Javier Marticarena. Gwynn steps in here batting left-handed against the right-handed Scott Plaza, who has had strong innings, 3 strong innings. He gave up a double to Gwynn in the 2nd inning. And then he got in real trouble in the 3rd inning. Here's a pitch. This time, Gwynn lifts the ball high to right side. It's going to be fair territory. He's got David over to make the catch in short right field. And so that's out number 1. J.Q. Calderon will step up here. He came up and grounded out, moving Gwynn to third base the first time he was up. Comes up here now with the bases empty and 1 out. Game tied at 1. Plaza winds and delivers. Inside for a ball. It's 1-0. The 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. It's 1-1. One count to J.Q. Calderon up here with nobody on and 1 out. The 1-1 pitch. Ground ball to the right side. We had an interview earlier today with Otomar Valdez, and Calderon was the proficient, talented, and desperately needed interpreter. And he did a great job. 1 ball and 2 strikes. That pitch is a ball, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now to Calderon. On deck, Marticarena. You can see the shadows here have taken over. There's a little sliver of light left in left field, but that is it. Here's the pitch to JQ, and he swings and fouls it at the plate. Or no, it does not hit it. It apparently gets away from the catcher, and he's thrown out at first. So that's a strikeout on Calderon, and that's out number 2. Marticarena will step to the plate. Nobody on for the Diamonds here. And the bottom of the 4th inning, they've got Marticarena at the plate with 2 down. The pitch to him, swings and he fouls it at the plate. It's 0-1. No balls and 1 strike. I was out talking about the Diamonds and their clubhouse. There's a lot of talk about the Giants having such a miserable season and how their clubhouse atmosphere has changed dramatically. Or it used to be so much fun, and now people are somber or whatever. It's just quiet, and there's been a lot of theories about that. Here's the pitch to Marticarena. It's a strike. I mean, is it what comes first, a happy clubhouse and a happy score, or is it a bad place in the standings and a sad clubhouse? I think there's probably more relationship to the standings to the clubhouse than the clubhouse to the standings, if you know what I mean. But the Giants, the Diamonds clubhouse is a very happy, friendly, buddy-like place. And every person we talked to today, we're doing interviews that will be available on BayAreaSports.tv and YouTube with each of these players to get a sense of who they are and where they're from. Every one of them said their favorite part about being the Pittsburgh Diamond is the other players, and Aaron Miles, the manager. So that's a good sign about the spirit in the clubhouse. Right now, they are playing with their backs to the wall. They've got to win the last 5 games of the first half of the season to be the champions. Sonoma just needs 1 win of those last 5 games, and they're all against each other. Marty Carina up here with a 1-2 count, 2 outs, nobody on. Bottom of the 4th inning. Plaza looks at the baseball and now looks at the plate. And the 1-2 pitch. And he lifts this one high and foul and out of play, and the count will stay at 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. A 1-2 pitch from Scott Plaza. And he hits this one high and foul, and it's going to be still 1-2. Stompers 1, Diamonds 1. They both scored in the 3rd inning. Stompers took the first game of the series last night to put themselves in a position to clinch the championship tonight, tomorrow, anytime they can get 1 win. The 1-2 pitch. Ground ball to the right side off of Marty Carina's bat. It bounds right up to the second baseman Yasuda, who throws him out to end the 4th inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on. At the end of 4 full, the score tied at 1. But the Diamonds and the Stompers tied at 1 for the second night in a row. We are seeing a pitching demonstration from both teams. Bautista swings halfway at that first pitch, and it's a strike. 0-1. Scott Plaza has given up 1 run on 4 hits. He has kept the Diamonds out of scoring position for the most part. This pitch to Bautista is swung on and missed, and the count goes to 0-2. And thank you. No balls, 2 strikes. Leading off the 5th inning here with Bautista and the 0-2 pitch. That's a ball, and it's 1-2. So we saw that replay just if you were watching on BayAreaSports.tv. As we went to break last time, that pitch is a ball outside. It's 2-2. And I think if they had replay on these umpires' decisions, that would not have been called out at first base. They called him out. It's an interesting concept now that we've had a home run taken away from the Sonoma Stompers after it was called a home run. Here's the pitch. Ball 3. 3-2. Isaac Reiner ready to fly that ball down to third baseman as one does when it's a strikeout. But he heard the ball call and he stopped. 3 balls and 2 strikes. So it's a full count to Bautista to lead off the 5th. Swung on it, hits it to center field. Is it going to get there? Yes. Barely best by the glove of Maedira at short, who gave chase but could not quite get there. And now Bautista leads off this 5th inning with a single. So Plaza on 3-2. Bautista able to handle the pitch. Bounds it right up the middle of Maedira. Just stopped. Just couldn't quite get it. Now Bautista with his lead. And McKeon is up here, who singled his last time up. This time he squares the bunt. He pulls it back. He takes the ball. 1-0. So the Diamonds are now going to play for the 1-run strategy. And that's something that Miles always says in the pregame show, he's going to decide as the game's situation calls for. McKeon bounced this one to the left side. It's picked up by Moralora, who throws him out. On to second safely is Batista with the sacrifice. And so the Diamonds pull that one off. They've got a runner at second with one out. And the top of the order is coming up in Jose Garcia.
Number 1, Jose Garcia.
Garcia steps in here with a tie ball game. Bautista on second base. He has struck out and popped out to the second baseman so far today. Tie ball game. The pitch to Garcia. A strike, and it's on 1. He's got a runner at second. The Diamonds looking to break this tie, get their first lead in the series if they can get Bautista home. The pitch to him. Swung on, hit left to the right side, and it's going to be in foul territory. Scott David back there, and he makes the catch for out number 2. So Garcia fouls out, and Valdez will step in here. Valdez doubled his last time up.
Now batting, second baseman, number 2, Otomar Valdez.
In the first inning, he flew out to center field, and then he doubled the last time up. Drove in a run. And that's why we're tied at 1-1. Two outs, runner at second. Number 2 at the plate. There's a pitch. High, ball 1. Diamonds and Sonoma will be out here again tomorrow night at 6:30. You can get your tickets at diamondsproball.com. And then, of course, there's the whole schedule for the second half of the season. I sometimes feel we talk so much about the end of the first half. It's almost like the year's going to end. But no, it just starts all over again next Tuesday. Here's the pitch. Strike. And it's 1-1. The Diamonds will obviously play for the second half championship beginning on Tuesday. And everybody will be 0-0. So it's an interesting second season to baseball. Foul out. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The Diamonds, though, have advantages this first half of the season that they need to take advantage of. They have 25 out of 39 games at home. So that means in the second half, they're going to have 25 games on the road and 14 at home. And that's a big difference. They will get to meet these Sonoma Stompers a lot more than they did in the first half. They played Vallejo and San Rafael all the time. And beginning with this pitch is fouled off, they played the first 3 games against Sonoma here. And it wasn't until last week on Tuesday that they played Sonoma again, and that was there. And they get these 2 series now, this one at home, and then they will go to Sonoma on Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday night. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Valdez here with a runner at second and 2 down. Bottom of the 5th inning. 1-1 ball game. Sonoma trying to win the championship. The Diamonds trying to stay alive. The count is now 2-2. The next pitch was high, and it's 2-2 on Valdez. A quiet, lovely night, perfect temperature here in Pittsburgh. 2-2. Look back at Bautista and the pitch. Swung on, and this one is lifted high to the left side. Metzger comes over. He says he's got it, and he does. So that's out number 3 here in the bottom of the 5th. The Diamonds get a base runner, but nothing else. At the end of 5 full, the score 1-1. To the bottom of the 6th inning here at Winter Chevrolet Stadium.
Now batting the
another
center
nip and tuck
fielder.
game, 1-1. And Wes Wallace will be
Number
leading
13,
off for the
Wes Wallace.
the Pittsburgh Diamonds. chasing that Pacific Association Championship. They need to win one of the last 5. With us now to take us, join us for an inning or two, Karam Shah, the owner of the Pittsburgh Diamonds.
All right.
That pitch is outside, and our leader.
Glad to be here.
And our fearless leader.
Going to try to do a couple things at the same time here.
Well, you're multi-talented. This pitch from Wallace is whacked to the left side, and it's deep to left field, and back goes Metzger, and he watches, and he has room. He's at the Wentz, and he makes a catch.
Wow.
Wes Wallace at about as far as you can go and still be in the field, and Metzger caught it at the fence. Diamonds were looking for a moment
now
like they might have a
first
lead.
Baseman, number 24, Vinny Galletti.
That same Wes Wallace swing that doesn't look like it's going to go anywhere. That's certainly not anywhere near that far, and he almost hit it out again. Vinny Galletti up here with 1 out. Well, that put a little blood in the veins at least.
Yeah, wow.
May not have been a hit, but
looked like he was going to jump.
But may not have been a home run.
Came straight down from I don't know where.
I know, it did. It was very high. And if it was up there that high, and the wind's not as strong as it was, a little earlier, but that strong, it might have made a difference. This ball bounces off the plate. 1-1. So the Diamonds are here. Crum, is this the closest that you've had a team close to this championship?
Actually, last year we competed with 1 game to go, with 2 games to go in Sonoma, and we lost the second to last game in the first half, and so we were out. So we've been here last year.
Yeah. And even farther down the lane, Galletti hits this one, and it's off to left center field, and over comes the center fielder to make the catch.
Hung up.
So Hibbert comes over to catch that ball in left center, and the Diamonds have given 2 balls. Okay, we're back here at Winter Chevrolet Stadium. We lost our audio, we think, for a brief while there. B.J. Quinn, the possession, he had 2 outs. There's nobody on. It's a 2-1 count now to Quinn as he steps in here with following Wallace's near home run and Galetti's near double. But they weren't what they appeared they were going to be. That ball is a ball, 3-1. 3-1 count now to Quinn.
Yeah, another close game. Got shut out yesterday. Had a chance to win it, and
talk to us about signing Gwen back. He was here last year, and he was a great player right here.
Yeah, he was here last year, and he was one of the league leaders in batting average. And
this pitch from Gwen is fouled off to the left side. The Stompers are making an effort, but it's going to fall out of play.
And he got signed pretty much right after the first month of the season. Sioux Falls Canaries. Pretty much we suffered after that. He was really one of the only guys that was hitting all the time, actually. So we missed him. Now we have him back.
And he came back with a double.
That's right.
His first at bat to say, hello, Pittsburgh. He's up here now with a full count of 2 outs, nobody on, and the 3-2 pitch from Plaza. It swung on, and this one's hit to the left side. This one's in trouble. Baxter on his way back. Can he get there? Yes! Oh, my God, 3 times the Diamonds have hit the ball hard, almost out of the park at one point, but 3 times the Stompers have corralled it, and we got no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on at the end of 6. The score is Sonoma 1 and the Diamonds 1. They need to beat Sonoma tonight to stay alive in this race for the Pacific Association's first half championship. Sonoma, on the other side of the fence, needs just 1 win to clinch that championship. And the Diamonds have 9 outs away, so they need to get some runs started and soon. Calderon at the plate. The pitch from Plaza. It's a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. Plaza has pitched 6 innings so far. He's done an outstanding job. He's given up 5 hits and only 1 run. The Diamonds had no runs last night. Here's a pitch to Calderon. This pitch is a strike, and it's 1-1 on the outside corner. Bottom of the 7th inning. 3-1 Stompers. The 1-1 pitch is low for ball 2, and it's 2 balls and a strike. So far tonight, Calderon has grounded out and struck out. Plaza winds and delivers 2-1. This pitch is fouled off to the left side, and it's going to go out of play, and the count will be in 2-2.
I'm very confident that Travis Blackley is done for the day at 109 pitches, gave up 3 runs on 5 hits. A couple hit batsmen mixed in there.
1 home run taken off the board. Have you ever seen that before? Ever seen the home run taken off the board as we saw tonight in the 3rd inning?
Replay possibly, but
no, not in a.
I think everyone in the stadium noticed that was definitely foul.
This pitch to Calderon is fouled away. That was in the 3rd inning with the runner on. Yasuda hit the ball down the left field line, and it was curving, and to my eye, which I'm not right behind home plate. I'm kind of light down that left field line. It was a foul ball curving in front of the foul pole, and the ump called it fair. And all hell broke loose. Here's the pitch to Calderon. He fouls this one away. He's having a battle with Plaza, who's now into the 7th inning. And do we know how many pitches?
Yeah, he's well into. He's 103, 4, 5, 105 pitches.
So you'd think that Sonoma would be.
They got somebody warming up over there. It looks like a right-hander.
As a right-hander, it's hard to see
stretching
the number.
At least. Catcher's going out.
That pitch low for a ball. Now it's a full count to J.Q. Calderon, leading off the 7th inning.
Definitely only 9 outs remaining for the Diamonds here, and they're going to have to get something going or be eliminated here.
Marty Carrena on deck, and the 3rd hitter in this inning will be Bautista. The pitch to Calderon fouled back, and the count stays at 3-2. He is having this battle with the pitcher now is over 110 pitches in a game, and that's a lot. Usually 100 is kind of the magical mark people talk about, and of course that can vary by competitor, but he's up there. And 3 balls, 2 strikes. The 3-2 pitch fouled away again. Maybe into that soccer field that you saw there for a moment on your. I love that. I love the interview during there. I wanted to look over soccer team getting ready for their soccer practice, and they're all throwing the football around, which cracked me up. Here's the pitch to Calderon. Swung on, he hits this in the left side, and then the left field for a base hit.
Yeah, so he picked out his pitch. He fought off some tough pitches, and then he picked one out and laced it into left center field there for a solid base hit.
And here comes Miyoshi, and he's probably got the hook with him, I no doubt. They got a pitcher warming up. He takes that baseball immediately. Scott Plaza will step off the mound, and he has done an outstanding job for Sonoma tonight. Held the Diamonds to 1 run. He's responsible for Calderon on at first base, but he has pitched a beautiful ball game with the championship on the line. He will now sit down here